I want an interlude in the nude. Let me tell y'all something. Dr. Wendy Acefo is clearing that good air. She says this, according to our friends over at Brands by Bravo. Brands by Bravo, okay? She says this, they are so shady. I told the ladies at the nude interlude dinner that I had a breast augmentation and a BBL. Not sure why they did not show that. But yes, I'm loving my new boobies and my booty. Word from Wendy. Now we about to get into this love and hip hop recap, as well as this preview for the Real Housewives of Potomac for next week. Let's get into it right after we hit this little intro right here. I just love the way that sounds. I want an interlude in the nude. Y'all know what that's from? Chime down in the Chatterization if you know what artist that song is by, that lyric is by, and what song it is. Let me know if you know down in the comment section. Okay. Sky Squad, we back in the building. We back in the building, and we're gonna be discussing the preview for next week's episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 6, episode 2. We got the tea on Mia defending Gizelle, Wendy and Karen having to check Robyn, and more. Okay. Then we're going to get into our recap of Love and Hip Hop, last night's episode, season 10, I believe, episode 2. Okay. So we're going to discuss that. But listen, make sure you guys let me know in the Chatterization where you guys are watching from. I see B More is in the place to be. Burlington, North Carolina is up in here. Hey, there you go. There you go. I want an interlude in the nude. That's it. That's it right there. That's it. Vegas in the building. Durham, UK in the building. New Haven, Connecticut. I see you, San Antonio. Canada's back in the building. Barbados. We keeping our prayers up for South Africa. Yes, indeed. Scotia in the house. Trinidad, Boston, Germany. Come on, from the D. Hey, I see you. I see you. I see you. Come on now. Come on, all my people back in the building. Belgium, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Okay, New York in the house. Jamaica, Belgium. Boom. I see y'all. I see y'all. Y'all know what? I feel real good today. We did Good Day DC earlier today. We talked some celebrity dish, but I got a little surprise for y'all. Can I show y'all a little surprise? Somebody just give me a yes in the Chatterization if I can give y'all a little surprise for something that's coming up tomorrow. Can I give y'all a little surprise? Somebody give me a yes in the Chatterization if I could give y'all a little surprise right now. Okay, just give me a yes one good time. Okay. Simon says, put your hands on your hips and a yes, please. Okay, I got you. Y'all ready? Let me give you a preview of what's coming up tomorrow. Okay, let me give you a preview.
Farrah Franklin, the legend.
Okay, I gotta ask you, because the clip that made the rounds somehow, okay, with Keely and Farrah. Why didn't Farrah come to the table for this one?
I know. One thing about Farrah, who I love, by the way, and she texted me congratulations, by the way. I did text Farrah that this may be coming back. One thing about Farrah, because Farrah is booked and busy.
Yes, y'all know we talking to the king of reality TV, Carlos King. He and I have an amazing conversation. I cannot wait. This is going to be to promote the new episode of the Encore. But don't worry, because Love and Marriage Huntsville is coming up too. So you know I had to ask a couple of questions about that, all right? And we also talked Bell Collective Season 2. So tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m., okay? 10 a.m. tomorrow, and then tune into BET's The Encore tomorrow night as well. Now, Interesting fact, I'm going to Mexico tomorrow, actually. So I will be traveling as this is all occurring. But best believe I'm still going to be trying to watch BET's The Encore when I get to Mexico. Okay, traveling for the birthday trip. But I just wanted to let y'all up keep y'all in the know as to what's going on. Because, you know, and I'm excited about it. That was like a birthday gift to myself. Okay, so shout out to Carlos King for just when you see the interview, you'll know why I'm saying thank you, because the man is amazing. Okay, I can't even say enough about him. But I know y'all came for the news, so let's get into it finally. Okay. Oh, and my birthday is on Friday, on July 16th. So thank you guys for the early birthday gifts. All right. Y'all want to talk Potomac first? Let's get into Potomac first. Okay. Let's get into it because we got Wendy and Robyn kind of facing off a little bit. All right. And then we got Mia defending Karen Huger. How is that coming about? Well, we're going to have to just wait and see until we get into the episode. But we're going to tell you right now, we're going to give you a little preview of exactly what's going on in the upcoming episode, because it continues from where we left off with last week's episode this week's episode, wherein they are arguing about Sing Sing. You know, we talked about that yesterday. Karen and Gizelle are arguing about Sing Sing. And the ladies want to know exactly what Karen is referring to when she says Sing Sing. Now, we know based on what she said on Watch What Happens Live that she meant a mental facility or whatever. So I don't know if I guess she's inferring that Gizelle had been to a mental facility or something like that. But Karen in the scene is not really saying what she actually meant. And she kind of changes the subject. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe she changed her mind about going down that path and chose to lighten the subject matter. I'm not really sure, but we do have something interesting that happens. Mia steps in and she says, Karen, I love you. And you know, I love you. And I'm just meeting Gizelle for the first time, but I'm a good judge of character. And I can tell that Gizelle has a good heart. Okay. T-Ness, thank you so much for the super chat and the birthday wishes. Okay. I see y'all. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. So this was surprising. Okay. But Gizelle is pleased. And Gizelle begins to say, oh, I love me some Mia. Mia is on point. I love her. But Wendy in her confessional questions Mia's motivations. And she's like, why is Mia defending Gizelle and not having Karen's back? Because Karen is the person that actually is bringing you into the group. But Karen, in her own confessional, she says this. She says that she too was smitten by Gizelle at first. But then she says, just give her 5 minutes and she'll prove you wrong. Okay. So this is an interesting scenario. And I have my thoughts on it, but I'm gonna wait until we get further into the rest of the scene that we're gonna describe for you here before I give you my exact thoughts on what Mia is actually doing. Now, I don't know. I'm just guessing, and I'm gonna tell you what I think is happening here. We have another super chat, JD. Happy early birthday, Richie. You and my husband have the same B-Day. Shout out to your hubby. Happy birthday to him, and thank you very much. Y'all so sweet. Boom. Mia playing the game. Okay. We're going to get into it. Okay. So let's get into that. Karen then goes into why she has an issue with Gizelle. And according to Karen, it stems from a conversation that happened between Ray and Gizelle a couple of seasons ago, wherein Ray is trying to give Gizelle some relationship advice about her looks at some point fading. And Gizelle in her confessional shades him and says that he will be long gone before her looks ever fade, or something to that effect. I can't remember the exact parallel that she was making there. But according to Karen, that offended her and her kids. Now, I didn't quite understand it myself, but you know, I have always said that I feel like Karen is the queen of chaos and confusion. And for a housewife, I'm here for it. I don't understand it. The ladies didn't understand it. We was all just kind of like, what? Anyway, can y'all tell Scam Likely to stop calling me, please? Please tell Scam Likely to stop calling. Oh, don't that annoy y'all? They just annoy. They calling back. They are calling back. Why? Why do they do this? I'm not answering the phone. You know what? Hold on. Hello? Don't call me no more. Okay. I apologize for all that. Okay. I apologize. Anyway, Karen then goes on and says, this is not going to be Attack Karen Day. You remember how Nene said, this ain't Attack Nene Day. So Karen was on that same thing. She said, y'all not going to be attacking me. So Robyn then says, it's not an attack. Okay. Wait. CCF free. Where did you go? Where did your comment go? Oh my God. Was it Jen Shaw calling? I don't know. I don't know who it was. I don't know who was calling. It won't opportunity knocking though. Okay. So Robyn says it's not an attack. So Wendy at that point checks the entire table and Robyn, and she says this: the conversation is between Karen and Gizelle. And I think that it should stay there instead of it becoming a gang up. So we have Wendy now coming to Karen's defense. Okay. Now I guess that little conversation must have went a long way. Okay. Now I love this. We playing musical chairs and shifting alliances, and that makes the show interesting. Okay. It makes it very interesting. So Robyn says in real time that it's not a gang up, but it actually kind of is. I mean, here's the thing. Whenever Gizelle has an issue with Karen, Robyn, or anybody for that matter, Robyn always jumps in to back it up. And Robyn doesn't need to do that because Gizelle is a strong enough player on her own to handle whatever comes her way. Say what you want, whether you like Gizelle or not. Gizelle is a strong personality and a strong character. She can handle her own. She's not the best reader in real time. She's a better reader in her confessional. However, she can definitely stand up for herself, especially it was her and Karen. They used to this. Keisha says, happy birthday to my fellow Cancer, bro. July 19th. Lots of love to you. Happy birthday to you too as well, my love. Okay, so Robyn then in her confessional says, well, she's wondering why Wendy is defending Karen after last year when Karen wanted nothing to do with her. Okay. And so we get a flashback of Wendy and Karen's issues. And this is why I said in my review of the episode, even Robyn is confused as to how Karen and Wendy got so cool. We needed to see that entire conversation. But I digress, because clearly at this point in time, Robyn doesn't know that there's been a conversation had between Wendy and Karen to clear the air. So then in her confessional, Robyn says, I know Wendy got new boobs, but did she get a whole new person? Did she change her personality too? Okay. So then Karen steps in because she says, Robyn, I'm about to handle you. Karen says it will, Karen says this. She says, that's enough. And I'm the one that's walking down the aisle again. Robyn, when is your wedding? Burn. Okay. But Robyn, not to be undone, says, after the pandemic, when is yours? Now, this would have been a burn, but we know the wedding, Karen's wedding does happen. Okay. So Karen says it will be soon in a protected environment where loved ones can come together and wish each other well in a real wedding, in a real relationship. So Gizelle is like, you know, Gizelle still stirring the pot. Okay. She says, so are you trying to say that Robyn's relationship is not real? Blink, blink, blink. Okay. And Robyn is like, what are you talking about? Okay. So Wendy brings the attention back to the chef. She's like, Robyn, chef, we got to get this thing moving. Okay. Charlene says Wendy is trying to take Monique's place as Karen's sidekick. I guess she forgot how Karen shaded her all last season. Thank you for the super chat, Charlene. We got another one from Jade. Richie, we love you. Happy birthday, July birthdays. Can we have a live Married to Medicine reunion 3? Oh, you know we're gonna do it live. You know we're gonna do. Oh, you mean during the? I'm gonna be flying back, so I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna be able to watch Married to Medicine on Sunday, but I'm gonna have to watch it on Monday morning when after I get back. Okay, back to the show. So Wendy then brings the attention back to her body, yada yada. Okay, and she begins to turn around and show the ladies her body, and then they ask her point blank again, "Did you get your booty done?" And she says yes. Now this is shocking to the ladies because earlier she wasn't answering the question. She didn't want to answer it at all. And Mia notes in her confessional, oh, she basically had to wait for me to list out what I've had done in order for her to feel secure enough to talk about her own surgeries. Okay. So then Mia was like, noted. Okay. And then as they're all leaving, so we got some tension coming with Mia and Wendy. Okay. So then as they're all leaving, Mia begins to get Gizelle and I think Robyn's numbers. And then Wendy in her confessional notes Mia's lack of loyalty. Now, what I think this is what I believe is happening with Mia. If you are a new housewife coming into a franchise, the smartest thing for you to do is to get to know all of the ladies. And I think it also helps to add a little bit of a confusing dynamic as well. In getting to know all of the ladies, you set yourself up to begin to build relationships with everybody, okay? And not just the person that brought you in. We've seen shows where a friend of the show or a new housewife or whatever only sticks by a certain person and it doesn't work out well for them. You have to incorporate yourself into the mix with every single person there. So I think that she's playing the smart route. It seems to be the most business savvy route to take at this point in time. So we'll see how that works out for her. But I do think it's a smart route to take. You know what I'm saying? Get to know everybody and then form your opinions about them, after that. And Karen at the time, at least in that moment, didn't seem too affected by it. So we'll see where that goes. All right. The rest of the preview is really a deep dive into Mia and her background and her work with the Joint Chiropractic Clinic and, all about her family. We finally get her full intro package in this episode. And then I think her name is Skye. We're going to meet her in episode 3 from what I understand. Okay. So friend of the housewives for this season, we're going to meet her in episode 3. So that'll be not this coming weekend, but the next week. Thank you for the birthday wishes, boo. Much love sent right back at you. Okay. Yes, man. Me about them coins. I got to tell you guys, Potomac is probably my favorite franchise. I think it is everything from the cast. You may not like everybody, but everybody brings it. You can't say that. Everybody's bringing something. And I don't mean storylines. I just mean that they bring it personality-wise in different ways. Sure, I do wish that Robyn would step out of Gizelle's shadows, but Robyn still adds some flavor to the mix. So I don't want it to be thought that, and again, too, I would like to see Robyn explore, what's going on with her mentally as a result of the pandemic and whatever else she may be dealing with, because we haven't seen anyone yet on this show really go into maybe a discussion about, depression or anxiety and the effect that can have on a Black man or a Black woman or just a person in general, So I hope that if that is her, because it may not be her issue. I don't know what her issue is. I'm just saying if it is, I can only tell you that I identify with some of the symptoms that she's displaying from my own experience, So if that is it, I hope that they explore it on camera. Okay. With that being said, we're gonna switch gears real quick. We're gonna switch gears real quick and go into Love and Hip Hop. Did you guys happen to watch Love and Hip Hop last night? If you did, let me know in the Chatterization. I would like to know what you would rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10. And thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, boo. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you as well, Destiny. That is so nice. Thank you, God. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you, Destiny. Love your channel. I love you right back. Okay. Okay, so I see some of y'all did happen to see Love and Hip Hop. So let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about it. On a rating, okay, Melinda, I see you. I see you, and I see you, and I feel you. On a scale of 1 to 10, honestly, I'm going to give it like a 6. I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to be generous and give it a 7. Let me tell you why. Let's get into it. Let's have a real discussion. It was low on drama, okay? It was low on drama, and I could honestly go down the list of all the notes that I made, but I'm not. I'm gonna instead talk about it by topic, okay? Because I don't think we even need to go down the notes of, because typically I'll be writing down exactly what happened, what people said, the quotes and everything. Partially because I'm a nerd. I will tell you guys, I am a nerd. I used to be a technical writer, which means that I also used to, when I worked in government contracting back in the day, I used to be a technical writer. So I would have to sometimes go to IT meetings and take notes as part of one of my responsibilities. So I'm really good at that type of thing. I could be like watching TV, writing my notes and all that stuff like that. But instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is just go through it by topic and we'll talk about it. Obviously, we have one group in the group going to Louisville. We have Yandy, Mendices, Young Jock, and Carly Red shows up actually in this episode. And we had not seen her previously. Okay. She's not really given a lot to do there. We do get a lot of talk about what Mendices is going to do if they happen to get arrested, because we know that Mendices is on probation. So it's a very touch and go situation for him, especially in the lead up to the big rally that they have. So they have a press conference, they have a party before. We get a lot of footage of Tamika Mallory as well as Breonna Taylor's mother, actually. We also get a Portia Williams cameo for those of you guys who are interested in Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we get all of that. And what I will say is, I didn't want to rate the episode too low because I don't want to take away from the fact that I felt like they were trying to highlight something very important, which was, Breonna Taylor and how we need to continue the fight, to bring her justice. However, it almost felt like that should have been its own spinoff special, to be honest with you. And I wrote that down in my notes last night. Maybe a one-off or something like that, where we really get into the nitty-gritty of, everyone who went, what they did there, and the importance of it, because I do feel like it is an important discussion for us to be having. But I think I would have liked to have seen even more in a one-off special of that. That's just me. We got another one, super chat. Bruce, happy birthday, Richie. I'll give them a 7, only because I haven't seen most of the original cast members. And Yandy needs to go on back to New York, where with Spice, Bambi, barely saw Carly, original cast not in the credits, # whack. Yes, that's the other thing. It was like, it's very low on original cast members and cast members that we have fell in love with on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Where is everybody? Because we're not seeing them. Thank you for that super chat. Now, what we do get a lot of in this episode is Amaretto the Great. Now, Amaretto the Great is an upcoming rapper. And I had never heard of her. Shout out to anybody in the Chatterization who had heard of her before. Just let me know if you had heard of her before, if you know her music. I didn't know it, okay? So because I didn't know her, I really wasn't interested. I feel like I'm still barely getting to know young baby Tate. Give me one of these girls at a time, or I'm just saying one new person at a time, because right now I am struggling to build my knowledge and understanding of who young baby Tate is. Now I'm introduced to Amaretto the Great. What I did like in this episode is that they showed young baby Tate going to support Amaretto the Great in her reemergence on the music scene, because we learned that Amaretto took a year off in 2020. I think a lot of people took a year off in 2020. She took a year off in 2020 because she needed to fire her mom as her manager. And we learned that there was a lot of trauma there as a result of a man that her mom had dated for some time. Apparently, he was very toxic to the two of them, according to Amaretto, but the mama don't see it that way. Mama ends up coming over and they get into a discussion. And, you know, Amaretto is trying to describe to her mother what went wrong in their relationship. The mom doesn't seem to get it, doesn't seem to be willing to accept any responsibility. And because I don't know the background, it's hard for me to really get into this enough to care. Okay. And I don't say that to be mean, but what I'm saying is I needed some more groundwork to be laid before I could really sink my teeth into it. And it felt like we were just thrown into this fight between her and her mom without even really getting to know fully a lot about Amaretto in conjunction with current cast members. Like if Yandy had brought this girl in and Yandy was managing this girl, then okay. But it just seemed like she was just randomly thrown into the mix. And I don't know how. Okay. So to me, those scenes with her, I didn't connect because I don't know her yet. Okay. And we were missing a lot of the main cast members again. We get Erica Mena, who apparently is 6 months pregnant. Okay. From my math, it seemed that she was 6 months pregnant. She's meeting with her sister. We find out she had no knowledge that she was 6 months pregnant. Now, as I am a man, okay, never been pregnant, don't know what it's like. Is it common? Please, in the chat, is it common to get to 6 months of pregnancy and not know that you're expecting? How common is that? Because I will be honest, I don't know. How, Sway? How do you not know? And you do in 3 months. I'm looking at y'all responses. I just don't understand. So apparently it's not common, but it's not impossible. Okay. Okay. Well, so I guess it is. I guess it is something that happens. Now, she says she's been so caught up in the drama with Safari that she didn't notice any signs. So I'm gonna give her that. Okay. Again, this is why we have these conversations. Sometimes you guys have to educate me, and I'm gonna be 100% real. When I don't know something, I'm coming to y'all. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot more people talk about how it can happen. It's possible. There are experiences out there, but some people feel like she's not being truthful. So I don't know, you know. But the problem is she ain't told Safari, okay? She done told her sister. She done told production. She ain't told Safari. She don't know how he gonna react because he's already complaining about being a dad already, okay? So that's that on that. Kirk and Rashida. Now, I saved them for last because Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Happy birthday, Richie. Enjoy. Thank you. I saved them for last because they're the only two people that I feel like had some drama. Okay. Let me tell y'all what's going on with them. What's the name of their kids? I wrote it down. Okay. Kirk, Kai, and Kelsey. Boom. Rashida and Kirk have Frost Bistro. Okay. They are complaining because they are losing money because there was a fight that started betwixt Kirk's and Kai's girlfriends who also work at the bistro. Now, here's where we have our first set of problems. I don't have no kids, but I don't need to have them to know that all of them can't, all the kids can't, that's not the job for all the kids. It should be really given to the kids that really want to work there. And we learned that Kai is the manager and he don't even want to be the manager. He don't even want that level of responsibility. So there's problem number 1 and 2, okay? All the kids can't be working there. Give it to the person that's most responsible and that can actually get the job done, okay? The second thing is, why are the girlfriends of Kirk and Kai working at the spot? Why? They should not be working there, to be honest. And I'm just going, and I understand you want to give people opportunities, or maybe they was hoping for their own spinoff. I don't know. What I do know is wait till the spinoff comes, okay? Because ultimately what's happening right now is the girlfriends don't get along, okay? So problem number 3 is that you got the girlfriends of the kids working there, okay? And problem number 4 is that the girlfriends don't get along to the point where they didn't came to blows and it turns into a whole big old brawl. So you don't have customers fighting at the restaurant. Okay. You would think if anybody fighting at the restaurant, it would be the customers over something. Okay. Even if you have customers fighting the staff, I can almost understand that. I mean, but you got the staff fighting with the staff. That don't make no sense. So we also learned, how much was it? That Frost Bistro is in the red by over $1 million. They got spoiled inventory, okay? And they are finally realizing that having the kids working there is causing them to lose money. Now, at this point, I'm thinking fire them all, okay? Fire them all. But Kirk wants to have a Ponderosa with all the kids and their girlfriends and that work there. Now, when they get to the Ponderosa, first of all, Kai is disrespectful, okay? But mostly because he don't want to be there. He don't want to be in that job. Kirk has to go talk to him. And then Rashida tries to lay down the law as well by telling them that they are stressing her out to the point where she about to take off her wig. I'm screaming, don't do it, girl. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. At the end of the day, what they decide is that if anybody else gets into an altercation, whoever it is fired. You should have fired them the moment they got into the altercation, okay? The exact moment they got into a physical fight in your establishment, that is the moment where all of them, okay? Hear me when I say all of them. Okay? Not 2 words, 1. All of them. Say it with me. All of them fired. Okay? Fired. Fired. Because you can't even, you're not even mature enough to be able to handle your emotions and to check your sweetie pie, your bae. Why is your bae fighting in my restaurant? And then why are y'all getting into it secondarily? What kind of mess is that? And then you got Kelsey, I believe, is mad because one of the girlfriends got re-put back on the schedule before her. It's a mess. It's a mess. Fire them all. Okay. Okay. All of them. All of them. Gone. They would be out of that spot. Because ain't no need for that. And bam, that was the episode. That was the episode. That was it. That was it. It looks like we are back to regularly scheduled drama and previous cast members in the new episode. However, next week, we're going to get a whole lot of young baby Tate and whoever she dating. I wrote down his name and I was going to try to look him up on Instagram, so I could try to familiarize myself with the people. His name is something like, what is it? It's Guap Daddy, Guap Dat 4000. Okay, Guap Dat 4000. Is it Guap Dad, Guap Dat, or Guap? I don't know. I don't know who he is. Anyway, he's going to play a major part of the storyline. I believe that was Brittany B in the scene from next week as well. You guys may remember Brittany B was from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, because I know that the girl, young baby Tate, is headed to LA or the West Coast to hang out with Guap Dad 4000. Okay. And that's that. That's all, y'all. That's all we got. Okay. Meanwhile, just a few channel updates for the rest of the week. I know I can't pronounce the name. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna look it up though. I'm gonna familiarize myself because I needs to be educated on who these people are. All right. Schedule for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, the Carlos King interview will premiere at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is at 10 a.m. technically because I don't fly out until my second leg of my flight is at 10 a.m. So I just wanted to be sure that I could hit the play button. And we wanted to release it on Wednesday to coincide with the new episode of the Encore. So that's why it's coming out tomorrow. But I did want to give you guys a little fun clip. That will be the only video I think that we will have for the rest of the week that I have planned. But if I can review the Encore, I will do that, and I will put it out on Thursday. It'll probably be just a video because I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi going to be given. And then obviously regularly scheduled videos will go back on next Monday. I am trying to vlog this trip. If you guys will be interested in that, I will put it up on my personal channel. Which I will put in the link as well, or I'll send you guys a message about it or whatever. But that's about it for real. I have not actually taken a formal vacation and not worked really at all. I worked when I went to Dubai. Most of my trips I have worked on in some capacity. So I'm going to really try not to do any work. Unless something crazy happens and we got to talk about it. But otherwise, I just wanted to give you guys the channel update for the rest of this week. And otherwise, I think it says blog it. Okay. Okay, I will. Otherwise, I'll be in touch with y'all. If you're on the texting community, I'll send y'all a couple of messages or whatever from Puerto Vallarta. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next video. Know that I love you. If nobody told you today, go and tell somebody else that you love them as well. With that being said, y'all, let's go. Let's go enjoy this day. All right.